Hey guys, welcome back. This episode we're going to talk about the MRP Racing upgrade for the PGO Bubu 125 or Buddy 125 as it's known in the US, imported by Genuine out of Chicago. Here we have the MRP Racing Exhaust. This is the MRP Exhaust. It's a different type of exhaust pipe. You can see how big the opening is. It's bigger than anything else on the market right now for the GY6 125 engine. And you can see the opening and the finish on the end. It's wrapped in plastic when it comes out of the box. So it comes out a little differently than what you're used to out there. Our exhaust has a stainless steel polished finish. You can see how the header pipe is also thicker than the other exhausts on the market that have come out. It is a little pricier, but it does come with this bracket, which is the racing bracket that we use on our award-winning Type 2 exhausts. You can also see that it comes with the clamps, comes with a set of clamps and the padding for the clamps so it doesn't damage the exhaust. If installed correctly, you should be able to put this clamp around the exhaust and adjust it to your Bubu or PGO 125, also known as the Genuine Buddy 125. So we can start the video by taking off the stock exhaust that's on there. This should be pretty easy. Just remove all the sockets and make sure you have the right tools to do this. Of course, you got to take off the stock exhaust. So let's take it off and we'll proceed to mount on the new exhaust. Once removed, something you might want to see is how small the exhaust header is and the out opening. So now we want to connect the new MRP header. It's going to be a little bit bigger. You want to put it in there and make sure you have a spare exhaust gasket that you can add. A standard GY6 racing exhaust gasket should fit on there if you want, or you can use some proxy or some other material just to make sure it's well put in there and sealed. You want to use the proper tools and seal this in. Now it's time to install the MRP exhaust, but before we begin, you have to install the bracket. This is the 3-point bracket that comes with the exhaust. Make sure the upper part of the triangle is facing the rear wheel and the straight piece is towards the header, towards the engine. And you're going to connect all three in their proper location. Now that it's secure, we're going to install the exhaust. Make sure it's adjusted correctly. And the MRP face nameplate is facing outwards. And the exhaust port is straight. We're going to put the clamp on top. And this we're going to connect to the bracket piece. You want to make sure you use the little padding so you don't scratch the exhaust. For the purposes of this demonstration, we have not removed the plastic wrapping on the header or the exhaust or the clamp. But this is a little protective layer of film that can be removed depending on how the exhaust is packaged. Usually it comes with foam or plastic wrapping, so it should be just fine. Now we're going to put this clamp, you're going to adjust this clamp to the rear piece of the triangle, that's the top triangle piece, away, the part facing the tire. So make sure you get the screws, you put them in properly, and you screw it back into the clamp, which is screwed into the OEM part of the vehicle, the little clamp that comes on the side of the tire. So that way you can adjust it, make sure it's nice and tight, it's a snug fit, and you put in the screws and tighten it up. Bolt it up in there and make sure the pipe looks good. Now we're going to make sure that the part that is connected to the cylinder is adjusted correctly. So you want to tighten those bolts up. And make sure you grab your wrench and everything is going to be bolted up correctly. Now that it's bolted up, this is how it should look. The exhaust should be connected correctly on the back of the vehicle. And the header pipe should be connected to the cylinder. Let's take a look at the exhaust, how it looks. It's a sweet finish. Of course, you want to take off the plastic wrapping before you turn this on. If not, it's going to melt. Make sure the bracket is properly connected and adjusted. The two right side pieces will be connected to the original frame piece that comes on the original exhaust. This last bolt is in the air, and you want to make sure that it's connected to the bracket properly. Please remove all these plastics before you connect. This is only for demonstration purposes. It should not have the plastic on there because it will melt. But we did this only for the instructional video. You'll notice the significant increase in RPMs and performance once you turn this baby on. You can also tell it's a lot thicker than the original exhaust, and so is the header piece. But you're going to get a lot more performance and at least 2 CVs worth of power on the dyno. And hopefully on the next episode we will show the Buddy 125 on the dyno with the MRP racing parts. And we should have that up shortly. Well, thanks for your time, and thanks for checking out the Buddy 125 with the MRP racing parts. Make sure to go to your local dealer or visit www.mrp-speed.com for your local retailer.